I want an honest answer from you. When you are growing up, what was the go-to punishment method or conflict resolution method your parents used on you? And if you are an African, I want you to be very, 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 very honest, because I know most of us, the go-to conflict resolution method used to be kiboko, used to be, your parents picking a slippers and quickly flogging you, or a belt or whatever, especially when you have done something wrong. And because of that, we have an inbuilt software that automatically activates anytime we see a child throwing tantrums. A lot of times I've come across videos on the internet, especially from the whites, with children throwing tantrums, and they're trying to gentle parent and to explain to the child why that is wrong and why it is not right for them to be doing that. And African and Asian and Indian and I think the Caribbean moms or people mostly comment with, I am holding myself. If I was there, I would quickly act with either a slippers or a flog, or, I would spank that child a good one. But have you ever sat down to think why that is the first thing that actually comes to your mind when you experience such a moment? This is because you have not worked on yourself to actually allow yourself to learn other conflict resolution methods with children when they happen. You being an adult, you feel like you have this entitlement to administer whatever solution or whatever method you want, and the child should always accommodate it or should always accept it and correct whatever they are doing wrong. Moms, especially in this generation, I want to call you out for imposing whatever your parents used onto your own children. As you know, right now, the kind of children we are raising are more informed. They know a lot more things than we knew when we were children. So I would say some of these methods will not work. So use methods that are more soft. Use methods that will make the child understand their mistake rather than feel condemned and reprimanded without being given a solution or even a way to work on themselves and do better next time. So you can try something like talking to the child, sit her down, sit him down, try to explain why that is wrong, and then you can propose different punishment or rather conflict resolution methods. Like you can tell them, now if you repeat the same mistake next time, I'm going to ground you for maybe a week, or I'm going to withdraw your toys, like the favorite toy. You can leave others, because at the end of the day, you're not trying to make this child feel as if they're in a prison. You're just trying to help them understand what they did wrong and what they did wrong and correct themselves. Kiboko isikuwe ndio the first option every time. Ukiona mtoto amekosea, unamgeukia na kushout, unamgeukia na kiboko all the time. That should not be the case all the time. Let us raise children who are not emotionally traumatized.